Hello everybody, Nancy Burt-Preece here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Here's all my contact information. Today we are making a triple time stamping card along with a baby wipe. I don't know why I combined them two, but it just seemed to call to me, so I'm excited to share this with you. I am using a new stamp set called Artistic Leaves. It's an online exclusive, and you can do lots of things. We'll be probably experimenting more with this, but for today, this is the card we're going to create. So let's get started. I'm going to move that to the side. Here are the measurements. So for the white, I need a 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside and the outside. So you need two of those. You need a 3 by 4 1/4 and a 2 by 3 1/4. For your cherry cobbler, which is what I'm using a regular card base 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. Then I need a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 and a 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to put the inside one to the side for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to make our baby wipe, which is basically going to be our ink pad. So I'm going to take, and cheap baby wipes are great. Let's move this over a little bit. Cheap baby wipes are really great for this technique. I am using Cherry Cobbler, Re-Inker, and there is no rhyme or reason. I don't put the same amount of dots every time. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. Crushed curry, which I love. I don't use a lot of crushed curry except for in the fall. I love crushed curry in the fall. I think it just is a really pretty color. And the other favorite of mine for the fall is pumpkin pie. Oops, that one's a big one. Sometimes they come out bigger than others. Okay, so I have my ink pad ready. I'm going to move that to the side, and I'm going to put just a teeny tiny bit of adhesive on the back here. Just a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to move that to the side, and I'm going to line it up as close as I can. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, teeny tiny bit. It's just to hold it in place. And when you take it up, you're not going to ruin anything. That's the beauty of it. I have my big leaf and my small leaf, and I'm using the outlines of the leaves. I'm not using the extra parts. I'm using the outlines. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of mush all the colors together, because your goal is to get kind of a mush of colors. And I'm going to start in a corner. You don't have to. I'm just pushing. And will you get some things like that? Yes, sometimes you will. And that's totally fine. If you want a big leaf to be in the middle, sometimes people do that, so I might put a big leaf in the middle. Then I'll put maybe another one here. One here. One here. Now that one didn't come out really great. I probably should have pushed a little bit harder. Now I'll add some smaller leaves in here. Doesn't have to be exact. This is not an exact technique. It is a fun technique, but it is definitely not exact. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, I forgot to wet my, I'm just going to clean this up. That's the beauty of my glass mat. I love it. And I am going to use a little paper towel. Sometimes I just let that dry, but because I want to keep working here. I'm going to bring that in for a second, and I'm going to bring my inside white. If you wanted to, you could also decorate the cover. I'm just putting some of these smaller ones down here, but you could do the larger leaf. You can do anything you want. The first card I made, I forgot to decorate the inside, so I'm going to do that right now. So I can put this on the inside of that other card. I'm just kind of doing a random design. It's nothing incredibly difficult. I'm going to set those aside. Now, you can use this for a long time. You could probably get at least 2, maybe 3 cards out of this one baby wipe, which I think is really cool. Now, just to add a little bit more interest to this card, I'm coming back with Cajun Craze, and I'm going to add just a little bit of dots around, just to add some interest. Also, like places where things didn't stamp as well, you can add some dots. It doesn't have to be amazing. And, you know, however many you want, there is no rhyme or reason on that. Now what I'm going to do, just putting this all to the side, is come back. Here's my card base. Now, if you wanted to, you could put happy birthday on the inside. You could put grateful for you, hello, sweet friend, however you choose. I'm going to leave it blank at this point. Doesn't mean I won't put something in there, but I'm going to leave it blank at this point because it could be lots of different things. Now what I'm going to do is take this gently apart. I didn't put a lot of adhesive on there. And I'm going to adhere this to the front. The next piece will be a cherry cobbler piece. And I'm going to just kind of get that as close to the middle as I can. Then I'm going to come back with this, make sure I've got it oriented the correct way. I don't think I do. That's important because you want those to kind of match up. So make sure when you're putting on this second one that you have it oriented so it's like a continuous image, just cut out a little bit. See what I mean? See how that leaf is continuous? Then I'm going to add my next piece. And finally, I'm going to add the top. Oops, don't do that. Okay, once again, making sure it matches correctly. So that in itself is a really great card. It's just so pretty. I like it. Obviously, every fall I do baby wipe with leaves of some sort, and I love it every fall. And so does everybody that makes it. It's just really a fun card. So now I'm taking a 1/4 inch, nope, I'm wrong, 1/2 inch strip. Here's a little tip. I had already used this for another one. If this one is angled to the left, you want to angle this one the same way. It just looks better when you're putting it on your card. Now, I liked it just with the Celebrate Today, but I felt like it needed something. So what I did, if I get my other card here, is I took this up a couple times to get the ribbon the way I wanted it to be. I took 8 inches of this gold metallic ribbon, which is just so pretty for fall. And what I did is I kind of went like a leaf blowing. So I kind of went like this, and I went like that. Now, to kind of get your ribbon to stick a little bit, if I were you, I'd put just a tiny titch of adhesive, like teeny tiny, not a lot, teeny tiny. And I just kind of stuck down a little bit of it so it would actually do what I wanted it to do. And then this one would come up like that. So you're kind of making a Z. Now I'm going to take my Celebrate Today, and I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. I would add 3 because you're holding down ribbon 2. So it's really important to kind of put 3 on. Now I can add a little bit more adhesive if I wanted. In fact, I might just put a tiny titch there just to kind of hold that down. Oops, I didn't put any there. Well, I need a little more than that. There we go. And then this one, I might add just a little bit right there. Okay, so it's not completely down, and don't put your thing down like I just did. Don't do that. Then I'm going to put Celebrate Today. Now, if I find that these are a little long, I can come back and trim it up just a little bit. Doesn't that add some really neat dimension to your card? So this is the triple time stamping card along with the baby wipe technique using artistic leaves. So I hope you like this card. I hope you try the baby wipe technique and have a great day.